Good afternoon. It's after work late in the day. Had a storm here today, a rainstorm, so we got more water. The guys were almost done and they bailed early, I guess at 2 o'clock, because 4 or 5 raindrops hit their head. Had to take off. But anyway, they added the retaining wall on both sides. So that's the top. Let's see if I can get a better view of that. Camera would cooperate. So that's like the top of the wall where that last little not working. Last little part is, and then it stair steps down. And then that is the other side. So all they really lack to finish in the forms is just a little bit on the inside wall, but they didn't get done. So anyway, I gotta fix my Bobcat. I work rain or shine, doesn't matter to me. Stuff needs to be done, I do it. Whether it's hot, whether it's raining, whether it's snowing, whatever. So I'm gonna go fix my Bobcat, get it out of the way. It's got a broken belt, and that's it. That's the update. So here's the Bobcat. Last week the main drive belt broke, which goes on this, on the crankshaft all the way back to the hydraulic pump. Bobcat uses a belt to drive its pump, which is a little bit odd. I mean, it works, I guess, until it doesn't. But it's been broke down here for over a week. When it broke, I took this off. This was all dust, and now it's good 4 inches deep of mud. Of course, it broke down right in a mud hole where a tree, I guess, used to be. Anyway, I've tried, got a belt online, an aftermarket belt for this machine using the serial number, and it was way too short. So then I went to Bobcat directly and got the factory belt, and it was way too short. So I found out that a few of these 763s that Bobcat made used a different size belt, and even using the serial number wasn't able to get the right one until now. So belt I ordered came in yesterday, supposed to have been here yesterday morning, got it about 5 o'clock. So I was going to come over today after work and put it on, get it back moving, because I've needed it ever since it broke. It's the most valuable piece of equipment I have as far as usability. So anyway, I'm going to put this belt on. Hopefully it'll fit. The tensioner is this piece right here that you're looking at. The other belts would go on, but you couldn't get the tensioner on, and the belt wasn't tight enough to make it work. So I got to put the belt on, tighten it, put the battery, put this cover back on, put the battery back in, and hopefully that'll get it done, get it fixed. So check back in with you. All right, so the belt's on, tensioner's on, fan belt's back on. It's up there. I replaced that pulley too, that tensioner. So everything's on, things tight. Got to put the battery in. Hopefully it'll be good. That's how you do it. Back in business. So, still raining. I went ahead and worked a little bit after I got the Bobcat fixed. Mainly wanted to get a few stumps and some of these trees I had cut up while the Bobcat was tore up, moved, and wanted to try the Bobcat out, make sure the belt and all that was good. So anyway, it's a muddy mess over here, but I managed to get all those trees pulled out of there, all those stumps, a bunch of these trees and stumps that I had cut up pulled out and put away. And I'm going to show you one more little thing over here in the house, because I didn't get to walk all the way over there earlier. The safe room we're building, which is a room inside of the basement, like a storm shelter type deal. It's all enclosed in concrete, and that's really all that they lack of finishing. Sorry, it's bumpy and sliding around in mud. But this is the safe room. I got to put these panels in, which they already got the one wall started there, or the one panel, and it'll come down through all this rebar and have a steel door right here, and all this will be enclosed in concrete, this whole wall. So it'll be like a safe area to go in case of a tornado or something. And the basement inside of here, what you see is pretty much the walls. The inner wall over here just kind of has a little kick out. The staircase will come basically right down through here, kind of make like a U-turn and go up. And over in this corner here, I'm gonna build a bar and put a little TV on this wall, and then a big TV on the safe room wall. This will all be concrete with drywall over it. And then there'd be a closet somewhere up underneath the stairs where I'll keep all my work clothes. I have so many Yancey t-shirts, as you see. Every time I'm here working, I'm in one. It's not that I'm wearing the same shirt every day. I literally have hundreds of them from all the years I've been there. So recliner couch be right in here. Probably put some dartboard or fun stuff like that down here, surround sound, whatnot. But this is really all they lack. So what they're going to do is get this last wall here formed, and then they'll come in and pour it. The inspector came today. I was informed that he came and already inspected the walls that they have and signed off on it. So as quick as they get this done, they're going to have it poured. Now, one last thing I got to do, not today, it's too wet and too muddy, is I'm going to have to build a ramp using all this dirt here that I have. Excuse my hand being dirty. I don't have any way to wash it working on Bobcat. But anyway, take all this dirt and basically pile it up right here along this edge, not in the hole, but in this edge, and make a ramp where the objective is they're going to bring a cement truck out here and has the spout on it, and they're going to try to get the spout high enough to fill up inside of the wall forms all the way around without having to rent a pump truck. Pump truck runs anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 for a rental of a pump truck, and if they don't have to do that, then that'll save us some money. I have the dirt, I have the equipment, and I'll make the time. I was going to do this actually today. That was the goal, get the Bobcat fixed and do this, but we had a ton of rain that we weren't expecting. So this is going to have to dry out. If I did it right now, it'd just be a muddy mess. But once this gets dried out, I'll pad this up, make sure it's high enough that they can get the truck around, and they'll fill it up with concrete. So tomorrow or Wednesday, maybe Thursday, whichever day it dries out enough, a few dry days, I'll come over here and do that, and I'll make another video then. But the major check mark is the Bobcat's back going. Once I had the right parts, really wasn't nothing to it, but our stump pile's getting tall again. We're gonna have to haul those things off, and our wood pile is starting to get really, really big. Pines and the hardwood. We got a new addition to the fleet here. We got another dozer and it is a lot better condition as far as the blade and all that goes. So we're going to use it for the smoothing out around the pasture, around the house. The blade on it's really tight. It's been sitting for a while, so got to change the fuel filters and stuff on it, but it runs really good. And had to do a track adjuster. Track adjuster was leaking on it. I picked it up Saturday and had to basically reseal this track adjuster, which I didn't have to take the track, break it loose. I just basically took it, pulled the track adjuster all the way in and pried the track off, and was able to get the slide idler forward, get the track adjuster out, and reseal it, put it all back in and pump it up, and it's holding grease good now. So that portion's done. Probably gonna make some new armrests for it like we did on this loader. The loader was all ripped up too, and we redid the upholstery on the armrest on it and the bottom seat. My wife keeps wanting to do the back seat, but we hadn't had time to do that yet. But make some armrests like this and a new seat for it. So this is very similar in age, but we got the Case 450, John Deere 550, the John Deere 450. This is a B model. This is dry clutches. C has wet clutches, and then the Bobcat there, which is a 763. So anyway, that's where we're at. I'm going home, so I will see you next time.